When your goal is big and you don't have a money in your pocket, at that time you realize life is not easy. I started and opened my first gym in 1995. I got a notice that your gym will be sealed in the next 2 days. God had a plan. God had a plan. We touched 1 crore turnover in the first 12 months with zero investment. Hi everyone. My name is Aminder Singh and I was born in Panna, a very small district in Madhya Pradesh. I was very passionate from the start and always used to big dreams. You know, all it started at that time, my love for fitness actually made me an entrepreneur. And today I'm standing over here as a fitness entrepreneur for all of you. So before that thing, let me start with things and tell you how fitness actually started with me. As a teen, as a childhood, I was a very thin guy. I was an athlete, so I was a very thin guy at that time. People used to bull at me. They used to kick at me and they used to say, Tila hai, tere mein jaan nahi hai. All that word used to be spoken for me. And one fine day I was walking down the street having just a little ice cream with me. And one big guy comes to me and hits me in my buttock, slaps me with of no reason. I fight it back with him, but I couldn't do it because I was a weak guy. And he thrashed me like anything, I fought it back, but what he said after thrashing me nicely, teri aukad hi nahi hai mere ko haath lagane ki. That mere incident actually thrashed me and, spoiled me from inside. But that actually sparked the things from inside. And at that time, coming back from that place, I was crying like anything. And I decided that I'm going to get strong now. Same, do you know that? On the same day only, I decided to join a gym. It was my 10th class board, and I decided to join a gym. And the next 3 years, I actually gave all my heart and soul to that gym, and I got strong, very strong. My fitness antha was increasing at a very high rate, and at that time, it was 1992. 1994, I fought my competition at that time. I became a strongest man in the powerlifting competition, and that's how my journey as a fitness professional all started at that time, By the God of grace and through the help of my parents, my dad, I started and opened my first gym in 1995 with a mere investment of 2 lakh rupees just. And that included the cost of my machine, and that included the cost of the entire, interiors along with it, and whatever was included in that time to open up a gym. I started with a fees of just 100 rupees and named the gym as Bodyflex Gym at that time. And I started training people. People started coming to me, but what happened at that time? People used to give fear and weird looks to my gym because that was a simple gym with simple machines, old machines, multi-stations machines at that time, jute carpets, no ACs, no treadmills, no cardio equipments, just a mere, it was just like a khada. And that weird look actually made me, and one fine day, 2 ladies entered me, and just I was greeting and going towards a greeting part, and they said it, if you really want to get inside the business, you actually had to improve all this structure. I said that you have a good name in the market, but the only thing is that I can't stand by looking onto your machines above ground. And that actually made me inside that I need to upgrade myself. I need to upgrade. From 1995 till around 2000, I renovated my gym number of times. But that renovation was only about changing the color of the machine, changing the color of the walls. That's it. And about the other things I was upgrading was what? I was upgrading my own education level. I was improving myself. I was doing certification at that time. All sort of a thing. I was spending a lot of money at that time. But along with that, I was training guys. People started spreading and people started coming from different areas to me. And I was having a big name on that particular area, But what happened at the 2002, it all thrashed. That year thrashed me and my family all together. My support system, my backend, financially backbone, my moral background, my dad passed away 2002. And at that time I realized, now what is going to happen? Who's actually going to take care of my family? Who's going to take care of my mom basically at that time? At that time I realized that now the gym basically is not just my passion. It is more about taking care of the finances part also for my family. At that time I realized now I can't back up. I need to move ahead now. 2003 was a time when I got little relief. I got a little vibes, good vibes from on that particular year. And I got married to my love of my life. And I renovated my next gym on 2003. I made a new machine went in, but it was not up to the standard of the company. It was not up to the mark of what the industry standard was. I renovated gym, but at that time, you know what happens when your goal is big and you don't have a money in your pocket and responsibilities hits you hard. At that time, you realize life is not easy. That actually hit me at that time. But a support system, my wife was there to support me, and she was along with me. I started spreading myself along. I started spreading towards the other gyms nearby. I became a master trainer with them. I started earning a little bit more from 1995 till 2000. From 2003 to 2010, I had a big name in the market. I was going different places, earning good money because I had one dream. The dream was that I had to have a good, high-tech gym up to the standard of the company, of the market. And 2010, I gathered all my saving that I earned through this so many years. All my saving, all my hard work, all my heart and soul I put in that thing. In 2010, a proud moment came up when I renovated my gym with the super high-tech machines up to the standard of the people, and I felt absolutely out of the cloud. And that was, very relaxing moment for me. But God had a plan. God had a plan. Just after 6 months of opening my new renovated gym, I got a notice that your gym will be sealed in the next 2 days. And my entire savings and an entire thing which I invested in that thing went down to zero in just 2 days. 2 days, I was just down to zero. And at that time, I realized over that now what to do. Now, the day I got that notice, I couldn't sleep the whole night. I went inside the gym. I sat over there on the floor. I watched the ceilings. I watched the ACs. I watched the machines which I actually set up through my own hard work. Is all going to go. And I asked myself, where did I go wrong? You know what? At that time, I knew that I have to be the number one in the industry. This positive attitude with me actually kept me strong at that time. I lost everything. I was running with zero rolling income. There was hardly any negligible amount of balance in my account. The only thing that I had at that time was my faith in the God, my support from my dad, which was up there, my goodwill, which I earned in so many years, my support from my wife, and huge, huge blessings from my mom. And I started again my journey from the scratch at that time. I was already known in the market with good master trainer all across. My value was very, very nice over there at that time. And what happened at that time, all my old students, which were actually in my past gym, they actually started joining different gyms, and they approached me for that thing, and that I wanted to train still with you, sir. And what I did, I used to call them and used to make the plans for the thing, and they used to go back again, and they used to train in their respective gym, wherever they were training. And that actually was the seed for that online training which were merged, which I never knew. I was training industrialists. I was training slibs. At that time, Yo-Yo Honey Singh was among one of the clients that I was training at that time. Things were going absolutely very nice. 2014, I was sitting in my cabin Monday afternoon. One couple enters in, and he says, we want to get trained with you only because we have heard about yourself. That girl was running with an issue that was known as a fibromyalgia. And I wanted to train. I said, I don't have a time. But they were so adamant at that time, they wanted to say, हमको तो तुमसे आपसे ही training करनी है, वरना नहीं करनी है. So at that time, the idea of that WhatsApp emerged in front of me. The WhatsApp tool was a very solid tool for me at that time. The online training, why I say it is much, much better version. At that time, online training is much better than offline because I was training in offline. In online, actually, I was teaching. People were getting trained in offline, but in online training, they were training themselves. One more thing I noticed at that time, the amount of transformation which actually I did in that offline training, in online training, there were multiple times. From 2014 to 2017, I was spreading exponentially. A number of transformations were coming out. Number of things were coming out. A little bit to tell you about how this online training actually started up, or how actually we train basically online. How? So in which we take the screening test from a person. We take 6-4 exercises plans from them first. We take the nutrition plans from them. We see the screening about what they are, the tools which is available with them, and we gathered all necessary information from that thing, and then we customized everything for them, and we start training on daily basis. We teach them, we don't train them, so that they get independent for their life throughout their lifestyle. So I was spreading now. Now the new tool was I had to go worldwide. And for that thing, I needed a reliable team. So one fine day, for that thing, I wanted to share my idea now. So I took a lot of months, and I decided that I will share with my senior team now. So I called up one day my senior students who were already transferred with me, and I called them for a coffee. And I showed them idea. I told them the idea, this is the idea which is going to come out, and how you're going to actually earn through this without spending anything. And that's how we started with things. In 2017, January, I started with a new inning, and I registered my company with a new brand name that came out to be Team Aminder. And since now we are actually teaching and training worldwide and changing lives for millions of people worldwide now. We did our first year. In 12 months, we touched 1 crore turnover in the first 12 months with zero investment. That was the key about things. I taught so many trainers at that time how to actually make the income without putting, investment for that thing. At that time, there was a fear that trainers don't earn that much. And we changed that mindset of them. And I just, for information, tell you, my team is actually earning 3 times more than what they actually were earning at that time. 3 times. Currently, my goal is I want to take hundreds of millions of trainers to actually make capable of earning without putting investment. The only investment I want is that your right education towards fitness. And that's what I wanted. And at the last, I want to say, always take care of your team above anything else. Always above yourself. Always upgrade yourself nicely. Be positive always in your life. And always be consistent with whatever you're doing. And above all, be loyal to your clients. And to finish it off, you will win many battles in life. You will lose many battles in life. Finally, everyone needs to win the war. And everyone will win it. Good luck all to you. Thank you.
Tell us what you think about this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.